Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show. Yes, I have the infamous Dr. Kendrick Carroll over there in the studio with me. How are you, Dr. Carroll?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing so well. So glad to have you here on today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. And I'm quite excited, guys. You all know it's time to grab your virtual seats. Make sure that you turn the mic in your direction. Get ready to type your questions and your comments. Type them soon enough so that Dr. Carroll gets a chance to answer them. Don't wait. Don't wait until the very last 2 minutes of the show and then okay. We're gonna have a great show today, so grab your virtual seats and let's go ahead and kick off today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. I'm gonna get going quickly because I don't want to miss a moment with Dr. Carroll. So let's see here. Whoop, whoop. There you have it. So if y'all don't know, now you know the Kim Jacobs Show is on the air. We have special guests that provide some level of insight to some aspects of our lives, whether ranging from cradle to grave and even beyond. People that come on give great information that you can apply to your life starting today. And so today's guest, let me go into this young man is an experienced scholar. I'm not gonna tell all of his bio because I want him to share his bio with you. But he's an experienced scholar and practical business developer who specializes in business strategy and innovation. He enables businesses to transform through innovation of technology. Dr. Kendrick Carroll, thank you for coming on today.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Kim. I appreciate it. I'm excited to be here today.
And you're so down to earth. I mean, you're so down to earth and great smile. I mean,
That's the only way
great
to
smile.
be. That's the only way to be. Exactly. Yeah. I wanna, just like everybody else.
Well, I mean, it's a lot to your story, but I want you to kind of take us back since we talk a lot about how people balance different aspects of life and things.
Uh huh.
You are now this innovative, artificial intelligence, virtual reality guru kind of guy. But where did you come from? Tell us a little bit about your journey, and then we'll get into more of where you are today.
Oh man. Well, I'm really originally born and raised in Macon and Warner Robins, Georgia. That's about 70, 76, 80 miles south of Atlanta.
Okay.
So born and raised down there. I was raised in a, I would say it's a poverty. I was raised in poverty. I went through a lot of traumatic experience throughout my life, and but one of the big things about it, in respect to the traumatic experience, was also me coming up in school and I wasn't the smartest kid, I would say, within the group. I had some learning disabilities that I had to overcome, and
Okay.
then from that time frame there, I ended up joining the service. I'm not trying to condense my life story down
Yeah,
here
yeah. It's like
in a short
less, huh?
sentence, few sentences here. Then went to the military, did some things there, and just really had a huge passion for leadership and really challenging the norm. Right, I always had an excitement about challenging the norm. I never did anything normal. I never followed in the same footsteps as anybody else. I always tried to do and challenge and try something new and try something different. So I guess innovation was just always, it was almost like a genetic piece of me, right? It's just there. So I just kind of pursued that and kept going, and actually turned into a business where I can actually take good care of employees.
Wow. Yeah, you have that's like an elevator pitch for growth of your life. So you can tell you're a very strategic thinker because for you to even just summarize your life that concisely, it's like, how you do that? That requires some artificial intelligence. And no, that's a good thing though. I mean, so you said from growing up in kind of an impoverished area, military, now
Yeah,
thinking outside of the box.
yeah,
There are a lot of people, Dr. Carroll, that probably grew up similar to you that have been trying. People have pushed them into this box that this
correct.
is where you are. Like this is what I think you'll be good at. Let's pursue that. But you've said that you thought outside of the box. How do you encourage other families that are watching today's show that may have children that are like you growing
Yeah.
up?
Well, the biggest thing is I always tell people is what was the norm, years ago doesn't necessarily mean it's the norm today and it's going to be the norm in the future. Like a prime example, and I talk about it in the book, I talk about when I'm in speaking events, like one of the biggest things now is, especially in our culture, we'll push our kids, athleticism, want to be football, basketball, which is great. Those are great talents,
Yeah,
right?
right.
But there's some of the students some of the kids that just love games. They love games. They love to play video games. And believe it or not, that is a very attractive market. And actually playing video games, you can actually make some really good money and a great living doing that. And also it actually enhances another level of creativity inside the youth's mind, and it puts them in a space to where we are actually going as a generation and just as the world is technology. Even amidst COVID-19, like
Right.
everything is going to technology. So and I always tell people, don't necessarily shut down that idea of a young person that's being very creative and want to be riding the game, because you never know, working with that game, playing the game could be the actual next great adventure that comes out.
That's a good point, because one of my children, I have 5 children, one of them, he can max out on the games. I don't know how he does that, but like all of the games, he maxes out at a high level to the point where they have like esports in their school, and they were offering him like an esports scholarship, but then he's also a football player, so he couldn't have both. But
Yeah,
he's so gifted at being able to do this gaming, and it's because of how he thinks
yeah.
out of the box some kind of way, I guess.
Exactly. And it's gonna change. A lot of industries are gonna change. They're changing right now, right in front of us. A lot of things are gonna have to start. It's gonna be different. The next 10 years, 20 years. I mean, just imagine where we're at right now, and go back 10 to 15 years before now, and just think about it. Think about where we're at, right?
Right, like the
It's
beeper, and the payphone. Can you? I mean,
exactly.
literally, I used to, Dr. Carroll, take a quarter with me if I was
Ex-
going somewhere, and my mom knew if I was not home by a set time that I was dropping that quarter in the
yes.
payphone to be accountable. So now you have, fast forward, all of this. It's like everybody can stay connected in
Yeah,
any way.
exactly. You don't even call a lot no more. You just text, right? You just send a text message now.
People text Dr. Carroll right in the same room. It's like,
Exactly.
can't you just turn around and say, pass me the butter, or what? You have to text, can you pass me the butter?
Exactly.
So that's funny. Anyway, so people are already chiming in like crazy. I've already,
Okay.
people are, I'm not going to wait till the end to do all
Okay.
the comments, because then we might run out of time. So we're going to go. Let's see. All aspects of technology brings out creativity, Cassandra Williams says.
That's correct. Yep. That is very true, Cassandra. That's very true. Technology is just it's the future, no matter which way you turn. It is definitely the future.
Well, Wade Younger is up here already trying to interview you with his questions. I said, we're not getting to that question yet. Wade, I'm waiting for more of my guests. Wade, like, this. Wade is the one that recommended Dr.
Yeah.
Carroll, and Nefertiti also recommended him as well. So they're going to have their own lines of questions. So Wade's like, get to this point. The show will end without us getting to it. Trey Perry said, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Trey.
Okay, so now Wade said, laugh out loud, Kim.
Yeah.
That's funny. Wade is a great young man too.
Yeah, he
And
is.
I've had him on the show before. Now, as far as being with BSI Solutions, and you said that stands for Business Staffing and Innovation. Tell us
Yes.
about how you formed that company and what brought that about.
Yeah. So honestly, what really came about with BSI, it was to create an environment that was truly 100% focused on what I call genuine leadership for taking care of employees. That is my huge passion. I always tell people I invest in people, not in products. So I rather provide genuine leadership and care for employees versus just trying to put a bunch of investment inside of a single solution. And so in that aspect, I saw a gap, not just in the market, but I would say within the world, where a lot of times employees, whether they're full-time employees or whether they're contractors, there is a level of misalignment when it comes to leading them and providing opportunities and taking care of them. So as a ex-military person, leadership is huge for us, and taking care of your soldiers and your troops is number one priority. And so that same philosophy was embedded in me as being a retired military veteran. And I took that same model and applied it in the corporate space. And I know there was something that was really needed. So the main goal was to create an environment that provided genuine leadership, and also something that the environment that would foster great innovation, and that every employee would feel like their thoughts and their visions and ideas were all valued. And so that's the reason why we created the organization.
Right. I love it. I was doing some research on BSI, and I like the fact that you said it's global, and everyone is skilled in technology. So
Yeah.
it's not like a prerequisite to be a part of BSI, because I mean it's like,
No, honestly, I tell it, the main prerequisite for doing anything with being BSI is just really having that enthusiasm, and having that ambition and that passion to drive and want to change and want to go after something different, right? It's willing to challenge the norm, and it's not always going to be when we're working at with our employees. It's not always just, hey, this is a roadmap to get there, right? Sometimes we're building the roadmap while we build it, right? But that's the beauty of innovation, right? If we were doing the same thing as everybody else, then it's really not innovation, is it? It's just you're just getting along with the climate. But when you start really creating what I call the blue ocean strategy, which is totally new, tapping into something totally different, that's where it gets it's blue ocean strategy. So in innovation, you got two strategies. You got red ocean, you got blue ocean. Red ocean is essentially what everybody else has already been doing, and the market's kind of saturated, right? And I give an example: mobile applications, right? Everybody has a mobile application now, right? So I would consider that a blue ocean strategy. Now, if you would have told me this in 1999 or 2000, hey, you create a mobile application. Now that's innovative, right? But today, everybody has one. So to me, that's a red ocean strategy. The blue ocean strategy is really going out there and creating something totally new that really no one is actually doing, right? That is really where innovation really sits. That is the true component of innovation. And so that's how you align with blue ocean strategy.
I love that. So and then you said there's a red ocean strategy, and that's why.
Red ocean is what has already been done, right? This is just you're just trying to get a piece of the market, right? You it's already out there, it's already been done. It's not creating something new. It's just kind of getting brought up to speed, right? In the layman's terms. That's what blue ocean strategy, red ocean strategy is.
Oh wow. Okay. That's so I want to be in blue ocean strategy with my talk show.
That's exactly right. Exactly. There you go.
I have to think of like terminology like that. It's like, okay, everyone, how can we do the blue ocean strategy with the Kim Jacobs Show? What can we do that's going to take us to a different level? So you might be able to advise on that kind of stuff, right?
Exactly. All the creativity is always exciting for me. I love it.
Well, all I have to do is have great guests on, like Dr. Kendrick Carroll, with that great smile, great personality. And I think you're smiling more because you know what you already have in the bag. Everybody's not smiling like that. So you're like have a genuine smile. A lot of people are stressed.
I say not so much as what's in the bag. It's just life. It's really life. For me, I'm excited. I'm excited just to be able to when I wake up in the morning, my feet hit the floor. It's on, right? I'm on, ready to take on whatever new challenge is going to happen throughout the day, and I'm excited about it. It's not so much of it's not a daunting thing, and that's the difference between when you're actually working to live or living to work. And me, I love what I do, and I love life, so I'm always smiling somehow.
That's interesting because I feel the same way, Dr. Carroll, when I'm preparing and doing things for the show. This is not a task for me at all. It's a joy to be able to get to know someone else. And as you see, I don't know you at all, don't know anything about you except for we get on, hi, don't tell me anything, your reaction on the show. But it's fun. It's so much fun to me because I get to learn and I hear some kind of echo happening. Like everything I'm saying. You have a different device on by chance?
No, I hear everything that's going. I hear everything coming through from your side. I'm not for sure.
Okay, that's good. As long as you can hear good, that's fine.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
can you tell me about your staffing programs? Marnie Robinson says.
So the staffing, the staffing program. So the staffing program, what it does is so in typically in traditional corporate environments, when you think about staffing, you think about a staffing firm. It's traditionally designed to find a job for a contractor and place them out there at the client, and then
Okay.
once their contract is up, they'll work with them to try to see if they can find another. Well, our staffing program is different, right? It's not. We don't even call it a staffing firm, right? We don't even associate the term staffing firm with our organization. What we do is we do have a staffing department, and inside that department, what we do is we have consultants, and those consultants are they're just the same as an FTE, a full-time employee. They get the same benefits, same vacation, same treatment. They're a part of the family, right? So within our staffing program, what happens is we challenge, once again, challenge the norm, right? And we create an environment where there is no segregation of it, right? It's everybody's a part of the BSI family. And so within the staffing department, we provide resources in various different ways. It's IT, that's functional with the project manager, business analyst, and actually also in healthcare. So our company is actually working with Atrium to actually provide the clinicians that's going to be administering the vaccine for COVID-19. So that's actually our organization that's participating in that. Yeah. So
Wait,
that
okay,
vaccine is
because
taking
it
place.
glitched out a little bit. Say that one more time about the COVID-19, because I caught the tail end, but I want to hear the whole thing.
Yeah. So with COVID-19, our organization is actually working with Atrium and those research and clinicians and coordinators that's doing their research and things is out of our organization that's supporting those activities to actually administer the vaccine.
Wow. So that's cutting edge. So every time you see a new opportunity, you are able to immediately adjust to be able to have your teams meet that need. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, so for us, it's more so of creating an opportunity. It's not even so much about waiting for an opportunity. We create an opportunity, which is a difference for us, right? And so within our staffing department, we're always prepared to be able to. We're very agile, so we can pivot at any moment in time whenever we need to. And there's adjustment, and that's one of the key things behind our employees. We make sure that they're all able to be, they're all agile, and they're able to move as needed. And so within the staffing department, we have leaders in place they're able to adjust, and address any needs that come through when we're working to try to create an opportunity.
So it's
Trey,
go ahead, answer Trey's
I'm about to
question.
answer Trey. To answer your question, yes, that's HR healthcare. That's correct. Yes.
I'm popping the comments in so we don't get overloaded at the end with comments. That's good. Now, so it sounds almost like you have Google, you have Facebook, you have all of these, Mark Zuckerberg, everybody, all of these people, but Twitter, blah, blah, blah. But there is now Dr. Kendrick Carroll. How do you see, and I know normally this may be somebody else answering this question, the PR person, but how do you see yourself in the innovation that you bring to the world, kind of comparing to some of these other things that are out here, these other giants?
Actually, typically when they answer that question, and I tell them the same thing I'm gonna say here is I don't see it as competition. That's for sure. We don't see competition. As innovators, we see ourselves as collaborators, right, and enablers. So every organization, every industry we can operate with to help them become more efficient and help them operate more, and they can do the same for us, right? So we don't look at it as as the traditional mindset in business where you got to dominate or you have to monopolize a market. We are collaborators, we're innovators. So for us, it's more so of, hey, Google, you're doing this. Okay, great. Let's see how we can compare. Let's see how we can help with it. All right. Hey, Tesla, you doing this? Oh, great. Hey, there's this solution over here. Let's see, can we collaborate with it? That's just how we look at it, right? We're not really into the market of dominating or monopolizing any form of industry. We want to be able to tap into any industry and be able to bring innovation. That's what true innovation is. It's living in a new space in any industry. And I think Trey, she brought up a message. Okay, awesome. I'm a former employee of Atrium. Okay, awesome. This is great news. Awesome, Trey.
And then Marty wants to know, are you currently recruiting for the roles at Atrium?
Yeah, we are. We're actively recruiting for additional roles, and there's more that's coming down. So if there's anybody that's inside the healthcare industry or want to get into it, or do more, that's certified registered nurse or have their BSN or what have you, please go to the website, reach out to our recruiters it's talents at bsisnc.com. You can
What is
request
it
information.
again?
It's talents, the word talents, but it's plural, at bsisnc.com. And that's directly to all of our recruiter inboxes. So if you're interested in the market and you're looking for opportunities, perfect. If you're in the market looking for opportunities, especially in the healthcare or in the IT as well, reach out to the recruiters in there, and they'll make sure they're taking care of you.
Wow. Now, are your positions right now all back in face to face, or are they more virtual?
Well, I think it's gonna be more of a hybrid, but those that are actually gonna be in person, we got a lot of PPE equipment that's already laid out for the new hires as they come aboard. We got a lot of measures in place already to kind of keep those frontline workers safe.
Excellent. I feel like I promise, I bring on guests all the time, and I'm not able to really hide my facial expressions that well. I'm good at keeping a game face if I
Uh,
need to. But in this case, I feel like a proud parent. I'm like, and you, Dr. Kendrick Carroll, and I'm not even old enough to be mom or anything, but I'm so proud of you. And I don't
Thank
even
you.
know you. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So Trey, it's talents at bsisnc.com. For those that are listening to the podcast and you're not able to see what's being put on the screen, is talents with an S at bsisn is in Nancy, C is in Charles.com. That's how you apply for a position with BSI Solutions. And we're talking today with the owner, Dr. Kendrick Carroll. And as you can see, if you're a part of his team, it would be a really big family environment, is what I'm thinking. It's full of smiles and great personalities. So this is quite exciting. Okay, we're going to definitely, okay, Jeremiah's back in the back office talking to me. What a great show, Allison Steve said. To know what's out there now, I'm so proud to hear all the things that he's doing.
Awesome. Thank you, Allison.
Jersey area. Okay.
New Jersey. Okay.
Yes. Let's see. Do we send our resume? Marnie said, Marnie, like, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna give me an opportunity or something. Do we send our resume to that email address?
Of course. You can send your resumes, and also just you can identify what role you're looking for or what industry. And what happens that one of the recruiters will receive it, they'll be assigned the opportunity, and they'll have a one-on-one intake call with you to kind of align where you're trying to get to and see what opens are available. If no open's not available, we also will go out and source directly for you.
Well, also everyone keep in mind that on the website, you can actually click, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take them to the website for a second.
Okay.
Let's do that. So give me a second. Is that okay, Dr. Carroll?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take them over to the website. I don't always share a person's website unless they say do it, but I'm gonna do it right now because I think it'll be better for people to know exactly where to go. Let's see. All right. So here's BSI in BSISNC.com,
Yep.
which is BSI Solutions. And so
That's
on
correct.
there, you'll be able to see business, the staffing, the innovation, and you can tell them where they would go to learn more about
Yeah. So if you're looking for any of opportunities, like as far as like within the roles, it's at the very top. You better hit on the services that's offered. You better you go to services. You better get down into resource support and go in there. You can see all the opportunities there. You can submit your profiles. You can go there. If you're looking to learn more about, so this is a staffing area. So find the right opportunity, the right people for you. So you can go in there and you can submit your profile. You can become a partner, even if you got a business that's trying to do some form of staffing. You can go in and become a partner. You want to request resources, or if you're like a client that actually needs some additional contingent workers or temporary staffings or direct hire support, come in and request resources, and that comes directly to our talents team or our directors, and they will actually facilitate it. If you want to learn more about, and I know we haven't got to that point yet, Kim, but if you want to learn more about the career placement program, which is also a pretty good program that's happening right now, it is the first in the nation that actually be done. And that's the career placement program that's focused 100% on our students. It started primarily in the underrepresented community, but
There
what
you
we're
go,
doing,
babe.
yeah, and what we're doing in this program here is really we're transforming the norm. Once again, is taking students is right now when we take a think about students, typically what happens when they graduate from school, they have to go out and fight through the market to try to figure out how to get a job. And sometimes as students, I know for me growing up, I couldn't afford to go to college, or I had to see other opportunities to get there. So what we're doing here in this program is saying, okay, well, we already said technology is the future, right? We know it's going to be there. So what we're doing in this program is we're innovating the whole curriculum concept within the school districts. So as those students come through the program at 12th grade, they're not walking out with jobs, they're walking out with careers. And I'm not talking about, hey, asking for careers. I'm talking about they're walking out with offer letters in their hand and going straight into work the day that they walk across the stage.
I want to come back full screen. Wait a minute. I want to come back full screen so people can, I wanted to take you guys to the website so you'll know where to go, especially those that are interested in applying for a position through BSI Solutions, because they're offering opportunities with Atrium Health and other opportunities that they're partnering with. But now what we're transitioning to this career placement program, and that's what Dr. Carroll's talking about now. So go ahead and bring them up to speed more on that.
Yeah, exactly. And so the career placement program, once again, is really, we're 100% focused on the students. We're depositing the real talent and skill sets inside these students that's heavily around the IT space, right? So that as these students come through, they're coming out of high school, and our motto is IT careers at graduation, right? That's literally what we mean. You walk across the stage. When you walk across the stage, you got an offer letter in your hand. And I'm not talking about no job opportunity. I'm talking about careers. I'm talking about students walking out of school making anywhere around the 70,000 plus annual salary. We're talking about real life-changing opportunities for students, and it's really heavily focused in our underrepresented community. But that's what the career placement program is doing.
I'm sorry, I cannot keep a straight face because you making this seem, oh my God. I don't even know how old you are, but you are reminding my son that's 23. He does this. He does exactly what you're doing as far as talking regular, like what he's saying is so normal and just, no, this is state of the art. The whole world goes to this. What in the world? Okay. So just so I gain my composure.
Yeah.
When a child graduates from high school, 12th grade,
mm-hmm.
they walk across with their diploma,
mm-hmm.
and they get the opportunity to also possibly have an offer from BSI Solutions.
No. The one change on that is not even a possibility. We're saying when they walk across that stage, they have a career. These students walk across the stage that's inside the career placement program. They're walking across the stage with a career opportunity in hand. It's not, hey, they're gonna have a possibility of getting a job. They have a career in their hands. So we've established partnerships with massive corporations around to even also support them, because one of the initiatives, you mentioned Google, right? They made an announcement, LinkedIn made an announcement about, hey, I want to be able to hire more students right out of school, right? But the challenge is, the reality is that sometimes in large corporations, that's a risk. There's a risk associated with that, right? And so they have to figure out how to augment that risk. Well, we are augmenting that risk 100%, right? As we have different partnerships already established for training students to come through soft skills training, upskilling them in IT or whatever it is that they need as they come out of high school. But while they're getting this training through June and August, they're still paid. Their career is already started. So we are solving and putting a major dent inside the unemployment rate, especially here in Charlotte, but also nationally. And this is the program that we continue to roll out. And so this is the first 100% student-focused program, career placement program ever created in the U.S.
So, and you know what it kind of reminds me of, and this is where I think I'm a big believer that nothing happens by happenstance in our lives, that everything is kind of ordered and put into existence for a reason, whatever we learn from it as a takeaway. And what I kind of think I'm hearing you say is you had this military experience, even though this isn't what you're saying, this is the talk show host and me saying it for you. You had this military experience, and the military does something very similar where they say, hey, come out of school, we got you, we're going to take care of you and everything. You've taken that concept and taken it to a whole different level from a technological perspective. Is that kind of what I'm hearing?
Yeah. In a sense, I didn't make the connection until now, but essentially.
Oh, because wait. You made that connection. Why? Because you're on what show?
Because I'm on the Kim Jacobs show. I'm on. This is it, right? So this here, that actually the direct connection there. It is similar taking the same model, but there are some differences inside of it. But you're exactly right? So now the students have more than just the opportunity. I can't afford to go to college, so I got to go in the military. And I'm not saying anything wrong with going to the military. I served in the service, right? I enjoyed it. I loved it, right? So I always encourage it. But sometimes that's not the career path for everybody. So they need to have another option. Right. And so for us, we want to be able to give those opportunities out there and create those opportunities for the students.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is some good stuff. Sean Hall, she's my best friend. She actually says difference in military is when you leave it, you don't have a career necessarily.
So you're absolutely right there, Sean. You're absolutely right. When you leave the military, it's not necessarily a career. And we can talk about that in another time, Kim. But we also doing some things with the military. So even as veterans, as they get outside the service, there's opportunities there for them as well to start transition into the career roles.
Okay, more studio audience comments. Because they have studied a trade like I did going to high school in New York City, taking typing, shorthand, bookkeeping, etc. You can walk on a job fully prepared. This is great. Thanks, sir.
Yep, you're exactly right. You're welcome, Tessine.
Sean said Young Inspiration. Yes, Young Inspiration is an organization that my husband and I have founded back in it was way back in the day, 1988, dealing with Young Inspiration and inspiring young people to be able to go to obtain a trade or go to a college university of their choice. And it's like 80% of the children were actually attending a college or university based on some of the skills that they were being exposed to, which would be people like you. So that it was amazing that this is coming out now and I'm interviewing somebody like you. I love learning how people keep pivoting. This is the key to sustaining. Anything you want to speak to, you can.
Oh, that's awesome. No, I want to connect with Allison. Okay. If you want to connect, Allison, I can put my email. I don't know if you want to type it on there.
Yeah, we'll type it. Jeremiah, type Dr. Carroll's email on here.
Just put that way you can, because my admin, she's gonna kind of funnel my schedule. So just send it to info at bsisnc.com. And in the subject, you can just put connect with Dr. Carroll or whatever the meeting's about. And my administrator, Rafaela, she do a pretty good job of keeping my calendar up to date. So she'll get the meeting scheduled with you.
That's info at bsisnc.com. And in the subject, put connect with Dr. Carroll. Okay.
There you go.
And so make sure we get that on the screen. Let's see. More comments. Oh, Wade said, I told you, Kim, he is the real deal. That's why I am. Oh, so Wade, now I think I get the connection. He works with you.
Yes. Yep. Wade works with me. He's one of my program directors.
Oh my God, I love this. I am learning so much on my own show. Okay, here. Oh, Jeremiah, you have to put info at BS. Oh, you know what? Here, I got it. Hold on. I see what you're doing, Jeremiah. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to put info in front of it. And see, okay. Let me make sure I put that in. So I'm trying. My son is in the background helping me here.
Yeah, no worries.
Dr. Carroll. Okay. Okay, so we put that in the comment section. I think he corrected it for me here.
Okay.
But it's all good. Thank you, Jeremiah. So let's go back to some more studio audience comments. Kim Jacobs, he's speaking my language, serving the underrepresented community and collaboration for opportunity. I need to be in touch with him. So there you have it.
Allison, I'm looking forward to it, Allison. I'm looking forward to it.
Allison's doing some great works in the New York and New Jersey area. So
Awesome.
she's a force to
Awesome.
be reckoned with. Justin Briggs Hilliard. See, oh, she started tagging people. She's like, somebody better get on here. People, even the tags aren't even tagged because you merged all the names together, Miss Hilliard. You're so funny. You gotta put anyway. Share everybody, okay? Because this is great information. Make sure you share this broadcast with your friends, your family, your coworkers. Make sure you subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show. If you have not subscribed, take a moment and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell. Hit all that way when we go live. Guess what? You already know that we're on the air. So we'll pop that information in for you. Subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. And then also, if you would like to become a Patreon member, which, hey, Allison, I realized you became a Patreon member yesterday. Sean, I saw you a Patreon member. So, and my son became one. So, hey, I got 3 patrons on the Patreon membership. I just started that.
Okay.
But patreon.com /The Kim Jacobs Show. You can become a Patreon member. That's exclusive content, after party content, just for our Patreon members. So you'll get to hear even more details than what you hear on the show backstage.
Nice. Nice.
That's innovative, right, Dr. Carroll?
What's that?
I said, is that innovative?
That's innovative. It's totally new. It's something different. Go for it.
Okay, so let's see. Sean said this is good information. BSI Solutions, and the website is there, bsisnc.com. He should do a summer camp program for these technology babies we have now. Even my 2-year-old knows how to work an iPad. Thoughts on that, Dr. Carroll?
Actually, we are going to do some type of, it's not necessarily just a summer program, but for those students that are inside the career placement program, especially just coming through school, we are going to, at least for, I think it's 10th and 11th grade, because we got to make sure we're in compliance with the labor laws, right? We're going to give them an opportunity to make sure they get them an opportunity to come and do some interns actually at our corporate headquarters here in Charlotte, so they can actually do some intern on working on technology. And then the other students that cannot be able to work, we are going to try to create some type of program for those students to be able to come in and actually do some coding, and some training, get some hands on real technology. So yeah, that will come.
Well, can you come back on the Kim Jacobs Show and roll it out with a code or something that the people
anytime.
Don't wait until it fill up and then we're like, not one of my studio audience members got into the program, you know?
We'll make sure we do it. So I know Wade is always making sure I'm staying online. So we'll be back. You just let me know when we'll be back to make that announcement on your show.
Sounds good. You heard that right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. I'll send a particular clip to him, that one little piece. Another Patricia Lofton, and she is a state supervisor of women for about 95 churches filled with women, of course, throughout the state of North Carolina, Virginia, and South Carolina. And so she says she is so proud of you.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you so much. And just so everybody, good morning to Kim and Dr. Carroll. I am not technology savvy at all.
That's my mommy. My mom.
Mom, what do you need help with? What does she need help with?
She said everything. Mom said she need help with everything. Just put the blanket out there. That way you don't have to move.
Yeah. And just if I can make one caveat, I do appreciate all of the accolades. I do, but I want to also make sure everybody understand, this is not just for me, right? This is something for our generation and for the youth that's coming behind us. I'm really big on being a bridge builder, right? At some point, we have to create a channel for the youth to be able to come across and get into sustainable careers and lifestyle. And so that's really the main focus here. So everything that's happening now, once again, it's not for me. It's for those other young generation that's coming behind us, that's going to need an opportunity and looking for opportunity to kind of have a better life. That was something that I wasn't fortunate enough to have a roadmap to have to guide me on the way. So as I built this out, I wanted to make sure I created a roadmap for others to follow along. So.
Wow, I love that, and I love your humility as well. You also recently got a big grant, and I'll let you kind of talk about that if you want to reveal more about it. The school system, I know you got
What?
plenty
Oh,
of.
the school. Oh, so the school system. Yeah,
See, you
yeah, yeah.
see how you can tell right there that that's why I can tell you're humble because
So,
you were like, "What grant? I have like a million of them."
yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
don't know about a lot of them, but so the grant wasn't awarded directly to us. Grant was awarded to from the federal government for being able to find ways in response to COVID-19 for us to find ways to utilize virtual training or virtual learning platforms for students, right? Because of course we know the situation right now. Well, then the state of North Carolina got a portion of that grant to actually get done. Well, for us being inside of the innovative space and utilizing virtual reality inside of it, we actually created solutions called Never. It's called the Novel Education in Virtual Reality. That's the actual platform that's going to be out for the students.
Okay.
And what's happening is we've created a platform to be able to essentially we're solving the issue of not being able to teach in the same capacity that we've been doing, but not
Right.
being able to do that, utilize the platforms that's out there. The
Huh.
platform that we're bringing out for Never, it is actually allowing and enabling teaching to still take place in the same capacity as you are inside of a classroom.
So
Literally, I know it
give us
sounds.
a visual of what that like. Give us
I know that
a
was I know that was gonna be the next one, right? So it is. I promise you, there's nothing to it exactly, but what I'm saying, we're literally gonna bring the teacher inside of a virtual environment along with all the other students, literally, and you're gonna still be able to teach. But the catch behind this, right, is not only are you enabling them to still be able to facilitate their training in a virtual environment, but you're tapping into the organic method of learning for a student, which is gamification. And that's what we talked about at the very beginning of the conversation, the show, is students, a younger generation, they learn utilizing games, learn utilizing video games. That's how they learn, right? So
everybody going to be in that class.
what's that?
I said every child in America is going to be like, I hope that you don't run out of seats virtually
And
because
so this
that's
is
my style of learning.
And so yeah, and so that's the solution that's actually been rolled out. So BSI actually created the solution for the big problem and that the school systems are having right now with being able to teach and from a virtual platform. So that's the actual solution. So Never. So everybody on here, please be on the lookout for it. It's coming out. Starting right here in North Carolina as it rolls out. There's some other states that's probably going to be asking for it sooner. So we're trying to give Charlotte the opportunity to roll out first, though. So, yeah.
And when does this program roll out?
We got some teachers and principals that's coming to our innovation lab here in the city over the next. I think we're going to have them come in around October, November, and then we're going to try to roll it out beginning of next year for the students.
Beginning of next year?
Yep, beginning of 2021 for the students. Yep.
Wow. You're going to have some parents. You have parents understand. I'll be like, I want to be in that class because oh my goodness. I'm not even exaggerating. Just to see your children so engrossed and engaged and mesmerized by this gaming world, to know that that's going to be rolled out in the school system and anywhere in America, people are going to be like, and we need that in our school district immediately. And the other thing that Carol, is what about homeschool? Because I'm giving you a tip. Like
Yeah.
I'm the behind the scenes BSI consultant. But what about homeschool that would be able to benefit from some information like that
Yeah,
to
I
roll out
mean,
to their
it's
children as
still
well?
it's the same. It's similar to the same concept, right? It's still being able to, and it also helps with the attention span for students, right, or younger generation. Sometimes when you're inside an environment, you got all these different things around you. It's kind of hard for them to stay focused. But when you're inside of an immersive environment, your attention span is there, is sharpened, right? And so even whether you're
That's right.
homeschool or whether you're in public school or in private school, the solution is the solution, right? It's available, it's able to support each of those areas. You know, there's some, my grandson will be in heaven with such a program. All right, Allison. I agree. And that's it, right? So COVID is definitely is a challenge for a lot of us, and it's real. And I would never deny it. But we have to. One thing I've learned in life is not to always focus on the negatives, but also figure out ways to create opportunities. Right, create these
Yeah.
opportunities, and that's what COVID has done. COVID has just really it forced us to really start honing in on what innovation can really do for us as a nation.
Good. This is really good. Let's see some other studio audience comments. Sean said, are you working with any HBCUs who are interested in gaming?
If there's an HBCU that is interested in working with us on gaming, let us know. Wade, any of the directors that would be able to help connect with those, we'll be more than happy to work with those.
Wow.
So any HBCUs out there?
Any HBCUs, you heard it here on the Kim
Any
Jacobs Show.
HBCUs?
And being a part of a gaming program in some regard, get that information. You can email info@bsisnc.com and put it HBCU interested in gaming in the subject, okay?
There you go.
And they'll be directed to the right consultant. Justine
Right.
Hilliard said, my 20-year-old granddaughter would be an excellent teacher assistant. She's a technician around the house. She would love this. Second-year college student, okay?
Well, also Justine, just tell her, as she goes through it, let us know which way she's going. But we'll be more than happy to have a conversation with her and see what we can do to support her.
So see, technically, guys, y'all can really thank me here on the Kim Jacobs Show, because this is like a virtual. I can tell what y'all are doing. I know you all normally just be like, oh, so glad to see the guests and keep it generic and all of this. Y'all put being able to say, let me tell you about my granddaughter while I'm on here. You're doing this as a virtual interview session. Y'all are a trip. I love my audience. I love it. Sean said, Bennett College. See, that's another one. This is my best friend, Sean. She's like, oh, we're going to close this deal right
Okay.
here.
All right, Sean.
Bennett College is interested.
Sean, definitely send an email across, put it out there, and I know Wade will definitely be reaching out to connect.
Oh,
Also,
you're leading the. Okay, so Sean is leading.
You said they're ready to go.
Okay.
Ready to go. Okay.
You know how on YouTube they turn off the comments sometimes and say no comments.
Let's see what Allison said. He's
Allison said he's the only boy. My grandson on 7.
Gaming technology is this escape. That's it. Allison, that's the thing that's the main thing that we've been educating. I know it sounds weird, but educating the academia industry on that this is not just a solution for this here, but it's also going to enhance the learning capacity for the students.
Okay, my son backstage, I'm telling you, they are gaming fanatics, right?
Yeah.
And lots of people on their YouTube channels, like they are way more than I do. So I know he's about to unravel in the background. He's probably like, Mom, I have to put myself on the screen. Thanks, Lady Kim. You're so welcome, Justine. And thank you so much, Allison, for tuning in to today's show. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show and turn on your notifications. Let's see. Is this program only in North Carolina, Marnie?
No, this is going to be national. This is nationwide, and at some point it will go international. And we will be taking it. We are going to take it to Africa. So I am directly tied to Africa. We are going to the homeland. We will take it there and also help improve the education system over there. So we're heavily engaged in some of those activities. So also watch for those announcements that's going to be coming out. How is the problem solved for students who have limited access to it? Oh, that is, Sean, that is a fantastic question. So we have actually solved that problem as well. So we have a partner that's going to be involved, especially for the activities that roll out. We're going to have a dedicated network with enough bandwidth to support every student that's going to participate inside of this. So when the schools sign up, every student within that area, they're going to have a dedicated network with enough bandwidth to support them for utilizing this platform for VR. So that solution, that problem will no longer exist. When we roll this out, this is coming literally, it just put the headset on and start learning. That's literally what's going to happen.
That's so good. That's so good. Okay, I've taken so many notes from this show today. This is fantastic. Thank you, Allison. Thank
Yeah,
you for
thank you.
becoming a Patreon. Okay, where is his school located? I have 5 grandsons, 9th, 10th, 6th graders, 6th, 4, all very technical.
Just saying, it's not even just a school that we're located in. We're willing to travel to wherever school that's out there and that needs a solution. We're able to come and travel to them. So the good thing is, just saying, wherever your kids are at, that's where we go.
Wow. Wow, never. That's really cool name. I can already see the marketing possibilities.
Yeah,
When you were talking about the never,
the
what was it,
never
never?
platform. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But let's work on getting you a grant. Oh,
Hey,
Sean talking about young
man,
inspiration.
Sean, I'm about to put you on payroll. Sean, you're gonna be. I would definitely. You and Wade definitely got to connect. We're gonna definitely work through those. So we got a grant team that's available for that as well, Sean. So exactly right. Those are grants out there, and the main thing is we want to get this solution out to the students. That's the
Well,
number one thing.
just so you know, because I love giving honor where honor is due, and so our organization, Young Inspiration, when we actually had our first grant, our first federal grant for working with our teenagers, Sean Hall wrote that first grant, and we received $1.9 million in
Awesome.
government. So she was the
That's
person that stayed
outstanding.
up with us for a few nights in a row. She gave us our little assignments, but at the end of the day, she stayed typing and doing everything that it took for us to get our first grant ever.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Well, Sean, you and Wade, you probably already got an email for Wade. If he's in the background, he's saying this. He's
I'll
probably
connect
about
the two of them.
yeah, you got to connect the two of them, please, because
Okay.
I know Wade is
Wait,
probably
like
gonna
we
talk.
already started typing like you, Kim, who, Sean Hall. We need her. Okay. The option for Sean, she'll be able to provide some level of services in a consultative way, and y'all can work out the details.
Yeah,
I'm her
exactly,
agent.
exactly.
Rafaela says, tell us about your virtual classroom solution, which you've already talked about. This was
That's
one
the
of the
never
earlier.
correct.
Okay. Nefertira says, great discussion.
Hey, Neff.
I love Neff. I mean, I have to give you a big virtual hug. You are recommending some great guests to the Kim Jacobs show, and I'm so glad. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Great question. Great question. We are very proud to be a part of the BSI team. These are some of your
Yeah,
teammates.
exactly. Yeah. Rafaela is one of my. She's actually one of my teammates. Yep. Awesome. Happy to have
Excellent.
you on, Rafaela.
Excellent. That's a blessing because not everybody speaks highly of where they work.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we have some
we got
positive.
some of the world greatest employees. We do. We really do. They're awesome. They're very awesome.
Well, I try to get as many of the audience comments in, but as we get ready to come to a close, I just want to make sure that we hear more from you, Dr. Carroll, as to, and oh, I have to say this. If you all want to hear some more from Dr. Carroll, yes, the show is only from 11 to 12, but we go backstage and he's going to drop some deeper knowledge for the Patreon members. It's only $12 a month, guys. So guess what? You can become a Patreon member today and you'll be able to unlock that content from Dr. Carroll. Any last
Awesome.
you want to share?
No, I just want to say thank you, Kim. I really appreciate y'all having me here today. And just anybody that's out there, as we continue to make a change within the culture and within the nation, if there's anything that we can do as BSI can support, please feel free to reach out to us. Once again, we're all about collaboration. We're not about dominating and monopolizing the market. We're all about collaboration. So if there's anything we can do, let us know. But be on the lookout for Never as it comes out. It's definitely, I think, think it's going to be a solution that's going to transform how the students actually learn, especially amid COVID-19.
And this innovation is, I know you're about collaboration and not competition, and I appreciate that because that's my philosophy as well.
Yeah.
To me, God provides more than enough in the world for everybody to be able to benefit. And so you don't have to compete against anybody. Just be the best you that God created you to be. And that's what I see in you. And so I'm glad that you're my guest today here on the Kim Jacobs Show.
Awesome. It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Kim.
Well, people are now, I told you they wait till the last minute, right? And they ask them all kinds. So let me just go through real quick and do flash round. Let's see. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Marnie.
Okay. Oh, director of operations. They proud. That's a good thing for real.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for the information, Coach. Thank you, Allison. You going to the after party? All right.
She's a Patreon member. Okay. Thank you from the
Thanks,
director
Wade. Yeah.
of strategy. Networking works.
Yes, it does.
I've taught third grade. I can come out of
Come out of retirement. All right, Justin.
Justine applying today. She applying, her and all her grandkids, everybody.
Have you considered starting a charter school to drop this in as a curriculum? No, I don't know if we thought about starting a charter school, but hey, new ideas is always there, so it's not off the table. Starting a charter school, so all right, Sean, we're gonna talk more about that one. See, Justin, God bless him. Thank you, Africa. Yep. What if the student don't have the computers? Well, the good thing is, Sean. Well, for one, with the headsets, we're gonna provide the headsets over to the students. So the headsets themselves excuse me, they're able to operate just like a computer. So they have all the CPUs and everything else to operate there. But as far as the computer goes out, we're going to work with the schools to make sure the students have them. But as far as the headsets, we're going to provide them over.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And what else is this? Oh, wait. Allison said,
I'm the original retired audience.
okay.
All right, Allison, just if you, once again, you see the information about this in the info inbox, I can definitely share more about it. But we do a lot, especially with Ghana. Ghana is one of the main areas we're doing. Ghana, South Africa, that's Cape Town, Johannesburg. Each of those areas we support as well. But we have a major connection with Ghana. So we helped a lot with the year of return back to Ghana. So if you all were aware of it, but I was very heavily involved in that process.
That's awesome. Okay. Wow. You know what? What this shows me, based on the level of interaction that you all are providing, is that some kind of way, Wade, Dr. Carroll, and everybody else that's on the BSI Solutions team, talk about it in your team meetings. We need to have something that happens, a consistent kind of segment or something that comes on with Dr. Carroll as the featured specialist, because people are very interested in learning more about how they can keep their students and children engaged from a technological perspective. So we'll talk more about that backstage.
Awesome.
Thank you for being my guest today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate it.
This is crazy.
Awesome. This is awesome.
Okay, everybody, I'm going to have to go backstage. Tuning in today. Tomorrow is Freestyle Friday, everybody. We know that. We know that today. We know that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So come Freestyle Friday. I want to know what you want to talk about tomorrow. Kamala Harris, we already know everybody want to talk about that. People want to talk about the learning pods. People want to talk about how people are bullying different people. I've had lots of different comments coming in. Whatever you want to talk about on Freestyle Friday, shoot me an email, kim@thebalancedoctor.tv. We'll talk about it. We will talk about it. Oh, Sean said, let's have Technology Tuesdays on the Kim Jacobs Show.
Technology Tuesdays is awesome.
And we can actually demonstrate. Okay, I'll talk to you. We're going to talk at the after. We're going to talk at the after party. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching today's episode. Thank you, Dr. Kendrick Carroll, for being my very special guest.
Thank y'all. Y'all take care. Stay safe, everyone.